The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, guys, so anyone wants to come to the podcast and also be with us as a co-host, please send your CV.
But I think we should ask that, right?
Kokana Greatman ari kujigira yaya msaga.
Oh, mwana majigira.
Hey. Girlfriend
I'm not on the spot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Inini anchite. Adu chitwa.
One murume asingachite paZimbabwe.
I'm a virgin.
Yes, Ola.
No.
Mane makore mangani mu media ingo break. You're allowed to break. Just tell them so that they don't accept surprise.
It's media this year it's my 14th year.
14 years. 14 years in broadcast.
Yeah.
You deserve to be a legend.
I started broadcasting when some of you were still in primary school.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Aisha, how old were you?
I knew that it was coming to that. Yes, I was in grade 7.
Grade 7? Yeah. I was already in broadcasting.
How old are you, Aisha?
29. 29.
Who's that?
Arisi voice rangu. Ndanditoterera handisini.
Wakutoramba? Papa white pakadai.
Inini handisi.
Yaya usadaro.
Handisi munhu.
Anzi ndokurova anzi ndirimusikana noise ndikadani ndokubhagurai.
Ndokubhagurai.
Kubhagura sei?
Usatame wewe kuti kubhagura.
Kubhagura veda sei?
Ndiri munhu werunyararo like zvamakutonditi vanhu vakaona vachifunga kuti voice rangu. Arisi.
Okay. Aisinya voice chat, there's a video.
Yes.
Rine iwewe.
Mazono AI.
Oh, so now you're blaming it on AI?
Kana inini. Zvakafanana kana majikira unozota musoft like
guys
ndiri munhu ari soft inini handirwi.
Yeah, zviri kwiri zviri. Zviri kwiri guys. But anyways, but this clip is
going crazy.
It's trending.
You know what? When I'm driving, my ndokubhagura nedriver rokuti ndokubata.
But that was creative. I think you did very well.
Yeah, it's good because in interview ndangona mu life unoda kubhagurwa.
Yeah. Saka chichi chaitika way. What was the idea?
Like the history nyaya yakamboitika kudhara kwangu. Zvoti ndakabata munhu wangu ane munhu wake. Andikona. Ini ndaitwa munhu wangu. Musikana yevhavha nditi iwe hausi mukadzi wechi munhu yana mukadzi ushamwa tese titori chi
mabebe munhu.
Ndakati aiwa ina handisi mukadzi wake. Nditi chi musikana wake but inini mandoita se ndomenya ende ndobhagura. Uona pakazoshata.
Okay.
Pakazoluzira game.
Pafight.
Tese tiri musikana munhu. But indomenya.
But in real life unorovere.
Izvi zvinhu zvakutoda kuti nditonetsana nevanhu.
Okay.
Kana pana ndakunetsa nentongonetsa.
Fight. Do you remember uchita dudu yakatonya sonetsa yakuti parwa mayaya bana.
Handiti. Handisati.
Usati.
Kana.
Yaya ndisikumushenesa.
Face yake je to violence.
Andisikutomushenesa
musikana yeye ndiro
yakaloda badness.
Kuchisa is a very perfect example.
Warwa pass.
Panoshata. Paunozoda kuti fight nokutorwa mhepo.
Anyways, welcome to the training show, the stories show. My name is DJ Ola 7 Owen Madondo. And of course, I am with my co-host Yaya Good Vibes. She's looking good.
Oh, thank you so much.
As usual.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. I love you for always commenting.
Yeah.
But as usual, if you're watching this podcast, make sure you like, you comment, you repost, and on YouTube. My subscribers have another
very true.
Yeah. Subscriber also supporting and sharing this live comment. Who commented on the
True.
spectator tishamari tinoona nokomenti kuti aiwa ola nhasi wakachena aiwa yaya nhasi uri kutaura zvanhu zvinondifadza zvinyoronyoro aisha ariko kundamufarira pamwe ndikuda nhamba dzake.
How are you, Aisha?
Tokupai.
DJ Ola, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Hi, Ndiribo.
How's been your week?
It was eventful, but tiri pano. Tiri vapenzi.
Quick question. What is your current relationship status?
I'm in an unserious relationship.
Unserious. describe unserious.
Wow.
Ingoripo relationship. Whatever happens.
Just
what
having fun? You guys are just having fun?
Ingoriwo nyaya yekuti ininiwo ndisazoshayawo munhu wekuti kana
when ovulation hits the peak ovulation.
Ayo,
is that about to manage ovulation? Ovulation management. Let's call it ovulation management, right?
Yeah, she just so fun.
Ovulation management. It's okay. When someone says she's not in a serious relationship, but she's in a relationship which is not serious, then you know it's ovulation management.
No, okay, let me just say we are getting to know each other.
You're getting to know each other.
At certain goals.
Okay. Getting to know each other. How long have you been together?
3 months just.
You can't be knowing each other for 3 months. 90 days.
Imagine, we are unserious.
Which actually brings me to this issue of 90-day rule. Is it still a thing?
What's the 90-day rule?
90-day. You don't know that?
No.
You guys know, man.
No, we don't.
You guys, come on.
Promise I don't.
No, 90 days. 90-day rule is like a month is 30 days. So you're like, okay, we will first have sexual intercourse after 90 days. First sex.
Yeah, that's from Steve Harvey. Think Like a Man.
Really?
90 days. There's a show actually on TLC. I can't remember the name, but it's
90-day fiancé.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. 90 days. So are you guys following? Are you still following that, or are you following that?
90 days.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of hours.
90 hours.
I'm just gonna tell that.
Because when she said 90 days, it's like okay. Okay.
All right. Shiri patu. Vachiriko here vanhu vane patience dze 90 days.
The 90 days.
I need it my age, guys. Honestly, but, I already know what I want.
I wouldn't want to share my personal experience.
Please share.
Tell us, Ola.
Please tell us what's up.
What happened, Ola? What happened? Even if you try to massage me, I'm not going to say anything.
Ola,
no, I'm just telling you.
No, your
question was what should that was your question, right? Yes. Okay, the answer is yes.
How? Tell us, what's the story behind?
The best way to do it, avoid kusangana kakawanda, kuonana kakawanda.
So how do you get to know each other?
Atana neiti kitaura. Onana maybe twice a week. Yeah, trust me. Twice a week. Not in my compromised situation, my positions, my wasiripo, my rooms, my mega baripo. Lodge. Avoid going to the lodge because it will then you break the rule. Even motor match. Avoid kugara back seat muri two.
Hands ukanzi hande ku back seat.
Yeah.
Watopinda pa.
Guys, any place.
Yeah, I know.
A place for tea time.
But my point is, avoid once I like.
You need as long as people.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If we are following the 90-day rule, do I have to tell the guy kuti we are following the 90-day rule?
Okay. That's a very good question actually.
Oh yeah, that is.
People should tell each other so that I do not assume that you are following a 90-day rule.
So when
let me know, Ola, I'm following 90-day rule. Let's do it after. Was obvious as a guy, and me 90 days, I'll be like, when can we just, all right? So you have to be very honest. My guy, I love you. Can this like sex doesn't mean and this I love you, but I have to follow, my rule, so, like my principle, 90-day rule.
This rule is only applying to women, or even a man can say, "Do 90-day rule power."
No, relationship I say men or
remember how to muskana ndi ari kuti woudza mukomana. Is it okay for a guy to tell me okay, yeah, I like you, you're attractive, but I want to have a 90-day rule?
Aquarume, I think it's a very difficult thing to do. And when it comes to sex, you as women, you control us.
Oh no.
You are in charge.
I know.
No,
We
yeah.
are the ones in charge. Yeah.
No, we are in charge. But vakadzi vakanda paurikufira ndepepa kupretenda kuti ina soda kuita ita kana da kuita ola.
Oh, ita kana da kuita.
Yes, sex is not a one-way street.
Okay.
Sexual intercourse is two people. So ndopa unozonyaya dzakubuda zvichinzi akandishandisa.
Oh, yeah.
Unokadzi anotaura yaka ola ndakada naye vanangorara naye iye bvatondisiya.
Exactly.
But if you both agree and have intercourse as a two-way street hakuna kushandisana.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay. And then I hear what Yaya is saying, but my issue is it's also good to follow a 90 days rule, though it is the most difficult thing to do or to follow.
Ukuthi uri mukadzi unofana kuifollowa.
Yeah, I think zvinoita kuti usitenge munhu ari loose.
Hapana loose koisi vakadzi sitogona kutongorara newe tokusiya futi.
After 90 days.
Ayewa. First day.
Oh, bye.
You're not my type. Toda kublock you, toda kughosta. Problem notanga pakuti women are having sexual intercourse for the wrong reasons. You understand? You're sleeping with someone because you want money, because you're gonna get a phone. If you wake up and say you shave and you say I want to have sex with Ola, it's a choice that you want to do. If Ola decides not to speak to you tomorrow, because you mentally know why you are sleeping with someone. So ukarara nemurume uchiti uda benefit. Can maybe anondida, can maybe achava andifila kuti ndiri munhu right unokanganisika.
Okay. Yeah. What was the quickest time? You're not ndakadana nemunhu vadarara.
Inini zvangu ndiri munhu rinyaronde. Honestly, handina kuita. Me, I'm a very relaxed person, honestly. Plus,
those relaxed are the most dangerous.
Just because of Yaya, men are very scared. And kuna varume kana unotosha kuti vatombo initiate. Unotozona kuti murume anzwa nekuisa mukono. Pupunura kuti ayo baba imimi rega ndikubvisa mukono imimi.
How do you then be someone mukono?
I actually take my time. I make you comfortable. Unoziva kuti
how?
Like ndotanga chimbokusiya zvangu uchinetsika varume vanonetsekana. Inini kutona undatovharirana nemunhu ka ndinde ndatozooffer honestly.
Kuti handei.
Handisati ndamboita murume kuti anoti kuti ndikwanisa kundivharira. Ndotozomudza kuti ndiri kuuya, is it okay if I come to your house? Ufoti yes. But pesa munhu aishiya kuti ondudza sei.
Then if I come to your house, it's not for drinks, it's not for anything, it's about that, right?
Drinks are served at the restaurant.
It's for
yeah, drinks, restaurant, food, restaurant, house. I have Netflix at my house. I have a house. Ndine yangu futhi. So kona ndakuoffer kuya it means. That's a good way. You sit all the time. Just know if you're going to a guy's house, because the problem comes when now you say I don't get a Netflix. Can I do Netflix and shoot it to be safe?
Amen.
It's all right, guys. That's Yaya for you. That's Yaya for you. That's not the topic for discussion, but it's okay. You guys can.
It's up to you at the end of the day.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. But you know what, guys? Last week we talked about something very interesting, and I think it touched many lives. Remember we talked about the issue of DNA.
Exactly.
If people should just, pregnant women should go for DNA testing before they give birth to know if their child or gatakura animal issues or something like that. Different diseases, conditions. So there's a lady who just got in touch, and achitano, you know what, this issue magabata nizvayo yakanyatso ndibata, and I know very well kuti vanhu vakawanda havana information about this. So I'm going to play the clip of what we were discussing about here now. Let me just play this one. A blessing or it's a burden?
It's a blessing.
You say it's a blessing?
It's a blessing.
Aisha?
Shiribatu,
give us your...
Okay. I imagine a scenario where I'm pregnant and then I'm told your child will have this certain condition that will make their life, their quality of life difficult. Maybe you have one of those babies that don't do anything. I don't know what the condition is called.
Yeah.
I think it's cerebral palsy. And then now as a mother, you have the option, do I abort?
Yes.
Or do I
Yes. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good
Is that
option.
a blessing or a burden?
It's a good option.
You have to make that decision.
Yes.
You have to play God,
Yes.
Because you're determining whether someone lives or dies. That's
yes,
God.
we already play God by just waking up in the morning. So let me tell you one thing. We had this major discussion about this. Parents with children with disabilities. We went further to discuss that it's not easy because our number any disability.
Yeah.
Pane disability, some parents will never be equipped to deal with it. The people will never be mentally ready for that disease. Panonetsa.
And my victims are not those Dana Mai. What do Yeah, so this was the issue.
Discussion we had last week.
Yeah, so a young lady by the name Nomcebo. So she got in touch and said, "Oh, this topic, you guys, I know." So okay, there's a message. I'm going to read her message. She said, "Hi, Olam. My name is Nomcebo, and I really was pushed to speak directly to you about this topic. Okay. I think what you're doing is brilliant. Looking at this episode, I recognize that there is lack of exposure or misinformation that is generalized. I would love to share my thoughts and experience on this topic. Without regards, it's okay. So, damtati to me, maonera ake." So she sent me a voice note. So I'm going to play this voice note. Hi
Ola, my name is Nomcebo and I currently work as a revenue cycle manager. I've worked for a speech therapist and audiologist. I've worked also for an occupational therapist, and I've worked for a doctor in general. So one thing, starting off from the bat, I think that people should go for DNA testing before they consummate their marriage. That way they understand what their genetic standing is, so that they can prevent certain situations. Like if someone has a dormant sickle cell and then the other partner has that as well, the likelihood of them having a child with sickle cell anemia is much higher. So that would be a conversation you'd have before conception of a child, right? And then coming to things like autism, cerebral palsy, and any neurodivergent condition, people need to understand that it's on a spectrum. Some children can have cerebral palsy and it could not be as extreme as a child who can't do anything at all. Sometimes some children can have autism and you'd think they're just like any ordinary child. So coming back again to the idea of disability, I think it is a blessing for people to know if a child has any genetic mutations or any problems while they're pregnant. 1, so that they are informed. 2, so that they're not surprised. 3, so that they could get enough training and so that they could get emotionally attuned and ready for that situation. I think that the idea of playing God, where we decide, okay, no, we're not going to go forward with a child, I think it's a level of unpreparedness, lack of exposure. Some of these conditions, we can always make it work. We can always make the child's life a lot easier if we had information. So I think that's something the Ministry of Health and Child Welfare can work on, which is informing, teaching, creating more exposure in communities so that we're able to not, decide, okay, no, I found out my child probably has Down syndrome, or okay, I think my child is going to have autism. And then we decide, I'm not going to go forward with the pregnancy, or someone then decides to run away. So I think it's a matter of exposure, and I think it's a matter of education, of understanding that it's not always on the extremities. Some of us actually have ADHD, and, it's like kids with dyslexia and ADHD within a system where we label children as problematic or not so smart just because we don't understand it. So yeah, that's all I think about it. And do love your show, guys.
Thank you so much, Nomcebo. That was very informative.
That was so informed. I love it. I love the fact that she's really stressing the point about being trained and also having knowledge.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair trial. Like when we were discussing that, unozvara mwana usiri expecting.
Yeah.
Mwana azobuda ndopo wakushama kuti musoro wake wakaita sei uyu. Hasikufema zvakanaka. Vamwe vakukambaira hasukambaira kuramba akangorara. So I feel like she raised a very good point when it comes to having my DNA tested, even way before even kuzvara. Unozoti I've learned that other people, before they even decide kuti vauda kuti vaite zvenimba vanoenda kuchipatara vari two nemurume nemukadzi mogara pasi motestwa even madna muri two, but sometimes the disease is passed because of certain dominant genes ari mauri neari ozobatana pamwana mongotestwa mese, so that even pakuti
isn't that expensive? I think it's also a matter of affordability. Do you afford that? Can you afford that?
I think that's where she was saying the ministry should come through as well of health kuti pane zvinhu zvinofana zviri very accessible and easy to be done. Kutesta body yemunhu kuti ane gene rakaita sei and how best akazosangana uyu pachabuda chinhu chakaita sei should be a very necessity.
I think the technological advancement nekufamba kuita zvinhu nenguva ino in AI, in this era yatikura matiri mairi, we should also be ahead as a nation.
That's true.
And in terms of implementing some of these, it's to our advantage.
It is.
For me to know kuti mwana wangu anoda kuzvara ane problem yakati well in advance so that I can be prepared. And the sensitivity of this topic last time, people were like, somewhere is like intro visa, somewhere I was reading the comments.
Yeah, that's
like,
true. I think,
you know what, guys?
That's where it comes in. Like she was asking, do you have to play God?
Yeah.
Some things some people will never be able to do. We shouldn't lie.
Yeah.
I had a discussion yesterday just to touch on the story. Sorry. So yesterday I was with my friends. We had a simple discussion. You can't even remove your own waste. You mean waste ye? Warwara wakutozviitira wakagara. Une mukadzi wako iwewe.
Mapupus.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Yeah.
Warwara kudaro une girlfriend. Une mukadzi wako.
Yeah.
Wobva warwara zvekudaro uri girlfriend. And mukadzi ariko but wanga nhubu yekuti inomboenda kana 1 month ichidzoka. Warwara ikoko wavhashira purpose. The girlfriend ndio inofana kubvisa ere?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
1 month unoenda but nombodzokera kumba. Nomboita 1 month umboti 9 months at home.
Yeah.
1 month there. 9 months. Then girlfriend ovata anokwanisa kubvisa. Ndakukuendesa chi kumba kwemukadzi wako. Vamwe girlfriend anozvita. Bachazogara ina handisi mukadzi wako kei. Ndokuendesa kwaunogara 9 months. Wobva wasvika ikoko kwaunogara 9 months. Wobva wanzi ina handisi kukubvisa 1 week. Wakagara wakadaro bosi waifarisa kai uchimboenda. Paunopora munhu iye unozoita sena.
Vese vari true.
Paroshata.
But the wekutanga girlfriend, it means that it was a relationship of convenience.
Zvagara ingeri convenience.
Yes. Kune vanhu kuti girlfriend ka I don't know asiri girlfriend of convenience guys. Kune vanhu angari girlfriend achitonyatsokuda nemoyo wese like wholeheartedly.
Vari girlfriends chaiwo chaiwo.
Watosangana nesoulmate yavo after warora.
Zvekuti haasvitsvage kuti chichi ende munhu akadaro hamba kusiya uri pamawani. Anotsvaga means kuti okay, can I tell someone, your relative, not even your wife, maybe your relative ndozvikuitika chichi. So even pandozotoendeswa mba kwangu nyinika. Ndotendeswa hama dzangu dzichitoziva ndiri kubva kugirlfriend but madam asingazvivi kubva kugirlfriend. Because pane patoninya matalks iyo igirlfriend inenge iri chaichayo. Koita vamwe magirlfriends a convenience, a relationship of convenience. Those who just want money from you, those who just want to chop your money, who just want to, whatever the pocket. But they know if you're now sick, it means the pocket is now dry. So it means you need to go a liability. You should go back to your place. So I don't know. So now that person you should know and
any dangerous. But also let's say instead apana girlfriend mukadzi wako. I've heard a story kuti vamwe vanhu vanotadza kubvisa pupusi yepartner yake pana girlfriend mentally ndatotadza kuti amai vako iwe vanotozouya voya
inyaya yekuti vakadzi vane this anger issues and also bitterness yekuti you look depending on the sickness kuti what type of disease iri kukurwadza. When it comes to STIs, when it comes to some of these atinoona pabonde, a woman will be like, I mean your wife will be like, look, I must go I might stragira, I might say it doesn't mean could angasingari kukubvisa,
but it's the anger,
iri mari
that's coming.
Maita zvinhu muchiti muri kunakirwa now ndina kupinda ndakusafa. Why am I suffering this
for things I didn't look for?
And look, probably during that time yawangorifara uchifara papeak uchazvanga uchiita wanga usingape mukadzi mari waipa magirlfriends mari. Now uyu anga asingadye mari ndiye aafana kukugeza iwewe mapupusi ako. It's just bad. So it's just a lesson.
Let's say uri mukadzi munhu aikuita zvakaipa abva wana chirwere chepabonde alevhu abedridden let's say zvaoma Is it okay ndikasabata hangu
No, it's not okay.
Ngota inini, you know what?
It's not okay. I'm going to answer you with wisdom. It's not okay.
Okay.
Remember, with your husband, you also had you've had times that you guys were good, that you guys shared good memories, then bad times, of course. So don't just do things basing on the bad times. You should also think about the good times that we were enjoying our marriage, that we were enjoying whatever that chifara. You should also remember that. Probably and the funny kuzofa iwewe iwewe neni wakunditreat that bad because tineta takambofara before tese iwewe neni se marriage yedu ende kazobaiza futi before ndoziva, but at the same time you should also forgive me. Because takamboshare time yakanaka saka ukazondisiya it doesn't look good. Even muswenamo, it means you shouldn't be there.
Nditaura semunhu ari beaten ane maplan.
Maybe let's share your sentiments. I'd love to hear
vamwe vasingazode wisdom vanenge ini zvandoita handiwo waionererwa chitasi anonangwaondaka ndikutora mapicture neichitora mapicture ndikuenda ndichikubvisa zvangu tora mapicture wobva wazopora vanhu vacho vanenge kukanga vanenge varume short memory munapora afita ada kudzokera mugame girlfriend isenda bata nechipa evidence kuno tinorwara kuno chenjera mainini kuno hatinzwe mushi takatomboonda kudai but it's fine kana muda kuti joina mainini
kwakunosimbisa kusati kwakuti hapana chacrossa pano
ndozvatiri zvimainini
kuno tinomborwara mainini.
But there's a sensitive question I always ask myself. I always ask myself, but I don't know my answers. I don't know if it's good, but I think let me just
answer.
Let me dish it out. Anditi wanu reason yekusoda kuchitwa ndeize reason
yekuti wait yekuti iwo uri one why usikade kuchitwa kuti wakazvimirira
reason yekusoda kuchitwa
ini handiri kuchitwa ndine jealous ini ndine jealous.
Okay, just jealous.
So ukandichita handi munhu iye ndotanga kana kuda kunsoti asi akanaka kundarika asi anotaura zvakanaka kundarika so zvinondifilisa insecure handiri kuchitwa because of that.
Ndikuchitwa kuenda kureka ndorozorasika point yangu.
Alright, ndo reason yangu.
Aisha, what's the reason yekusoda kuchitwa?
Zvinhu zvaunombonditira waitira mumwe munhu.
So it's about jealousy.
It's about jealousy and my insecurities as a person. Because then nafunga kuti
wakati ndo zvatofila ukatichita tifile kuti waenda kunge munhu ari better than me.
Okay. No, I get you guys. Then my question arega ndichibvunza nini ndekuti ndakuchita or wandichita one of us or maybe both of us ta positive. Right? That's why it's a bit sensitive.
Okay, yeah, it's going.
Both of us ta positive. If I cheat on you and nda positive, does that really matter?
It does.
What do you even
It does. It does.
It does.
It does.
The reason why you're saying what does what do you mean?
Mina ndikudze zveta vanhu turaundanana. Vanhu turaundanana vari very dangerous. Ndo vanhu kuti love. Unokwanisa kupana vanhu masituation ekuti wakazofind out your husband ndiye akakonzera chirwere. Uka-accept. Kuti you know what? Okay. Ways go to ways, we have kids. A lot has happened. Even if usiya murume uyu uchatanga kutsanangura nemumwe munhu kuti no, that's my status. It doesn't add up. We end up being with the person even more. Munhu iye hautondi futi kuti akuchiti.
Nyango hadzo makadaro.
Zvakadaro. Because let me tell you,
that's deep. Okay.
With nowadays zvako, most people out there are living and surviving with the virus. But as we see at that peak, people are maintaining the virus. CD4 count even non-transmittable because people now know how to take it. You understand? So with that leeway now, education yatanayo because of that you can safely say no ndikuzvichengetedza zvakanaka
because nyaya ndabvunzira ndekuti vazhinji Aisha marenje unochinzi munotunzira zvirwere
no you know what
so kana chapo kana chapo tita kuti
statement iro munhu esanoritaura mufanike vakadzi vese
munotunzira zvirwere
achandizadza chiro kana kuti uda marriage umu uchaunzwa chirwere
kana chapo.
So mostly women say that it's not even the primary factor. Nosaka uchiroti strange enough murume achichita uko anodzoka chane mukadzi wake asina kuputira pabonde. Ask yourself why. Pane vashoma vakadzi vane magatsi ekuti murume wake since achita nomudzoti tinopfeka protection.
Yeah,
you understand?
You don't
want my piece how bad it is. So meaning to say, because mukadzi anozoti ndaona mukuru baba ningi toziva kuti baba everyone is that baba ningi vanochita nozikana mureni vanodana munhu wese patakishope muroad but my ningi right now is still sleeping with that man unprotected because wangoti ndiye murume unayo. So nyaya dzechirwere, nyaya is about insecurities you as a woman nesite zvauri because ukacheka mareasons anowanzwa pamberi kuti wai murume ari kuchita apa mukadzi wacho ipfende kumba uko hakuna zvinoona kana zviita kagirlfriend kanoluka gudu kana kahangasa kakapakejeka zvakanaka. Those insecurities anototikanganisa savanhukadzi. Ndochinoa chinototi uwisira pasi chiita nemunhu akashata undudzi chiita nechibage chekuti unoziva kuti ndinogona ngokutarisa ndikakuregerera ipapo
tambo it's okay
ndinoti
wanga washai
unogona kuti unorara kana hasha dzacho unopopotira munhu wose uri weak uyanika mbama
it was just something, you know.
That's a good point, eh? But
as we get into my issues at now of the day, you know, Chatunga Mugabe, son of the late former President Robert Mugabe, Black Hoodie, was taken to holding cells at Concession Magistrate Court ahead of his court appearance on charges relating to brutal attack on alleged trespassers at the mother's Mazoe farm yesterday. So yeah, I saw the video clip on Zim Celebs, you know, yesterday. Achitwe by Constitution Police, achiniswa ma cells. So we'll see the outcome.
Yeah, that's true.
So I know, but the last time he was also in trouble for threatening a policeman with a knife.
Yeah.
Remember that issue?
I remember that. I don't know.
Last year in September.
Yeah, I think that was issue my apologies. I think.
Yes, he apologized.
Oh, there was an apology.
Yeah, there's an apology. But do you think if you Aisha threatening a policeman with a knife, if you apologize, do you think they would say it's okay?
Of course not.
Of course not. So there's a bit of immunity, right?
Okay, guys, so anyone wants to come to the podcast and also be with us as a co-host, please send your CV.
So there was immunity. Right.
Yeah, to some extent there was.
Yeah.
They pardoned him, say it's okay, don't do this next time.
I feel like those are the benefits.
Then this time around,
then
this time around, I've another large, a bit extra large, guys with AK-47, a farm. Then he ended up assaulting the security guard at the farm. So the issue now is like, okay, my trespassers anga up into a farm.
Trespassing.
Pakazobuda futi nechi but
pakaburiswa futi
AK-47 Magaya.
Yakaburiswa nechi trespassers
no Chatunga Bella Bella has our values, but if trespass what do you do? How do you deal with that?
You defend yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
Of course.
So I think that's what he did.
But
he defended his father's property.
I
think Zakazo Zakanyanyisa. No, not only the trespass, but even the security guard, I think. But when I read some, it was like, okay, even the security guard agapinda out mawan
kuti wasiya vachipinda
mburu nenge katozoda kutorira somewhere there.
So panopisa ukasiya munhu nasekuita kutomwa munhu wako.
Alleged trespassers ka.
Reggaeton.
Pasati pa confirm kuti tinzwe nhau dzacho.
Tichaona development.
Yeah, it's still a developing story and
want to find out kuti tichafamba sei.
Yeah, Kamira still on the court issues, but there's another one. If you checked Mai Jeremaya. Mai Jeremaya case update. Court case update. Martin Charlie, one of the two men accused of gang raping social media personality Mai Jeremaya, Ashley Masendeke, told a Harare court that the sexual encounter was consensual and paid for. He claimed Mai Jeremaya willingly engaged in sex for $20 per hour, praised him for being better than her husband in bed, and later demanded more money, up to $500. Charlie said she never showed signs of distress and believed the rape allegations emerged because her husband found out about the encounter. He alleged that she fabricated the claims to protect her marriage. The prosecution, however, accused Charlie of lying, challenging his version of events, and questioning the legitimacy of his consensual claim. So this is what's happening para Mai Jeremaya, and I've been following, and we're following this matter very closely.
Yeah.
But how do we define, Aisha, true consent in situations where power dynamics, money, fame, fear, or shame, may be at play?
I'll let Yaya take this one.
Okay, yeah, tell us.
I feel like I said last time, this case right now, in a way, is just so hard because, like you said, we're talking about money. We're talking about fame. Mai Jeremaya is known. We're talking about fear. We're talking about shame as well. Because people are bringing the element of, she was afraid because husband found out. You understand? Also, there's a follow-up backstory. Also, she says she was afraid. So the whole dynamics between the story is so delicate. I feel like a lot is happening, but hopefully, I think prosecution is one, just to be precise.
Yeah, the judgment will be handed down on Friday. On Friday. This coming Friday. That's where the judgment is.
But I feel like there's a lot of dynamics because sometimes certain things hinder a case from just flowing as it's supposed to be because of people's opinion and how this is on the public. Everyone wants to know the final judgment. Everyone wants to know. Also, Mai Jeremaya really took the story to social media. Now people already have opinions over what's happening. So but the story could actually have, because Pawanda. Hearsay.
Court of public opinion. And Mai
Jeremaya at this point is a victim. She's now a double victim court
on social media,
and also a big victim in public.
Even if they're accused as well, they're now falling victim both ways since they're still the accused. I mean, so on social media now they're known, even if their private life are
what is going to happen if these guys acquitted?
If they are found innocent, they walk free.
What will happen to Mai Jeremaya? Is she going to walk free as well?
I feel like the backlash that's going to come on social media generally. And also, you can sue a person that has wrongly convicted you. And
for defamation of character.
So somehow Mai Jeremaya
damages.
So somehow Mai Jeremaya will be in trouble if these guys are acquitted?
Yes, and then they decide to pursue legal action.
Yeah, this story
but
is
if
so
they
delicate.
if they are convicted,
that whole hashtag justice for the boy child.
Oh yeah.
And if they're convicted, if it's then
number one. We don't know if the law payment alleged $20, versus net demand $500. Maybe that's the one that led to all this fiasco. But I don't know.
Yeah, same. I'm not sure. I was going to. We'll just be having our ears out on Friday, see what happens. But my Facebook man. Greatman. It's my Facebook friend. Man.
I think I crash in a way. Didn't crash in the movie, by the way. You were Greatman.
Vanonzwirana.
Because Greatman he once then posted that in the phone that all I Tara Chokwadi uti.
Anga was a competition yakamira say.
No. Yeah, she's just.
You can hear from the name.
When she's at podcast, she's single. We just know Majgira,
Majgira.
Yeah, the unknown Majgira.
Come to a great manager.
I don't know. I don't know. But I think we should ask that, right?
Kokana Greatman ari ari kujigira yaya msaga.
Oh, mwa Majgira.
Hey. I'm
not on the spot. Thank you.
Okay, you're not on the spot.
Congratulations to Greatman. He finally got his car. Greatman expressed his gratitude saying, thank you all my amazing supporters in Zimbabwe and the diaspora. I'm deeply moved and sincerely grateful for the overwhelming love, kindness and generosity you have shown me through your donations and support on my GoFundMe page. Your contributions have made it possible for me to own a Honda Shuttle, a life-changing gift that will ease my daily challenges as a person living with disability. I'm truly grateful for your kindness and support. Close quote. So now, tiri kufara isusu. Generally me I'm happy. We managed I think yasvika 10 something
10,000
mari vanhu vabvisa. So choice of cars sparked a debate later on because possible to have a poster pane Honda Shuttle instead of a Toyota Aqua. That was,
but I don't think that was an issue at
publicly pitched.
No,
yes. For me, people of course vanotaura chero
Those who wanted
chakanaka
to-
chakaipa vanotaura, but
No.
I feel like the Honda Shuttle was convenient.
The Honda Shuttle is beautiful, convenient for the wheelchair because of its spacious nigigini.
It is very spacious.
Right? So, anokosasa wheelchair yake. And they also, I think it's actually expensive than
An Aqua. Yeah.
Because mari yachona yakazowanda kwayo kudarika the
Yeah,
targeted.
I know a shuttle is most. I have a Honda Shuttle.
Yeah.
It works more even when you're transported from the airport and stuff. It's a good car.
You see?
That's a good car.
Saka, it means that Greatman muna akatopinda machena.
Yeah,
I'm also happy kuna Greatman. And also I'm grateful. I want to say thank you to Ash Brega. Right?
Oh, the one who started the GoFundMe.
This initiative.
Does he stay in Zim or what?
I'm not sure.
But thumbs up
Seems like
to you.
I think.
Yeah, vanogara kunze.
Yeah, and also I think Ndana something people are now saying let's also go fund for Chipo Mchegwa.
For
For
Shuttle.
another car.
Another Aqua, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good initiative. I feel like let's have the GoFundMe culture like Eko America. Also, Eko America no go to GoFundMe yokuti ndoenda out.
You are TDU.
No, I'm saying it's once we build that culture, it's easy for people to understand that you just need to give.
Exactly.
Kwa America,
Spirit of giving is good.
mabamba.
Yeah,
Anacha
deep.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, mabamba
life
mati
yake. Wotuna muna
Unoiswa na ma-boyfriends
alisha
abo.
100,000. No, tukuti vanhu vakata chijaira chekungopa.
Yeah.
Even pasi kuda upiwa ungopa. It means bacheta ma serious cases unokasika kuita fundraising.
Oh, yeah.
Kwete ungoti, mina nazotaza munhu yakan ari kunazoshayiro. Unoona, so I feel like let's have that culture. And when we have that culture, Mozonditro, GoFundMe zvangu.
But I want to say congrats to you, to Greatman.
That was a good thing.
Congrats to those who came up with this initiative.
And congratulations to everyone who gave anything.
It took how many days? How many days?
$5, $10.
It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right? 14 days.
Yes.
Angatoni agua.
Shatofamba.
Wow.
So we can do
good.
it.
It's good.
We can do it.
Yeah, we can. So over the weekend, guys, before I forget, Saturday, yeah, we won another award.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
How
The
come, guys?
award-winning podcast.
So it's called the National Excellence Hall of Fame 2025.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Ola 7. Broadcasting legend. There's something which is written down.
Saka all our like living legend.
I am. I am, yeah.
Shakanaka kuwapana.
A round of applause. Chobere maoko.
Shingova kuti maoko acho
Pakanzi ya.
mane makore mangari mumedia ingobreaka. You're allowed to break. Just tell them so that they don't accept prize.
It's media this year it's my 14th year.
Mufunge zvinovengwa nani.
14 years.
14
It's been 14 years,
in
yeah.
broadcast.
Yeah.
You deserve to be a legend.
I started broadcasting when some of you were still in primary school.
Wow.
And Aisha, how old were you?
I knew that it was coming to that. Yes, I was in grade 7.
Grade 7? Yeah. I was already in
How old are
broadcasting.
you, Aisha?
29.
Eh?
29.
She can't even say.
I'm an amateur 2K, guys.
Yeah, but it's okay, But that's what I started.
Thumbs up to you, hey. That is
Can
so
you
good.
read that, man? Can you read that?
All right, let me read for you. Celebrating, this is an award for DJ Ola National Excellence Hall of Fame 2025.
Wow.
Broadcasting legend. Celebrating a broadcasting legend whose remarkable career and compelling storytelling has transformed the media landscape and inspired countless others. I'm talking 14 years in broadcast.
Wow.
This year.
I'm melting.
This man is a living
Ola.
legend.
Wow.
I have a question.
Yes.
What has been your favorite moment in your 14 years of broadcasting? What has been your favorite? Actually, give us your favorite and your worst.
Yeah.
Guys, that's a very difficult question.
Yeah, just tell us.
Wow. The most, my favorite.
Yeah.
Ooh, guys.
Guess tell us one.
Do so shy.
All right, so what about one
you
that you
remember?
enjoyed?
Yeah, you're like, you know what? This was the best moment in media for me. Some DPC.
Yeah, I think it's just been a roller coaster since I just said so far.
But Patrick, one code wrong with
This one. Pane paunonzwa kuti apa ndakabata basa apa ndakatsvuna.
Exactly. Yeah, there's an interview that I did with I think with Jackie Ngarande.
Loved it.
In 2021, I guess. It should be 2021 or 2022. I can't remember.
2022.
That about? Yeah. That one was like my favorite. Yeah. I enjoyed it because I was also, you know, the interview just was you have to do it. Then the one that I'm part of the interview. I'm in it.
Mangamune chemistry na Jackie.
Yes, I wish we could also
redo that.
Another one. Yeah, with Jackie Ngarande because I like the vibe. And she was real, like you know, when we interview people and they come and pretend,
you can feel it,
telling you false stories. You know, you're like, this guy's lying.
Interview, but
exactly. Some of these people, they then say, "Ola, I want to come for an interview." Then we give you the platform. Then you're like, "Wow, to bore." But Jackie was that guy. I got it very honest. I'm like, "Oh, wow, I enjoyed it."
Oh, that's nice.
Then the worst.
Your worst.
No names.
All right, fine.
Can I say it for you?
No, don't. What if you want that boring person to come back?
Exactly. Okay. Oh yeah, that would even affect the whole thing.
It's okay. We love you, everybody.
But yeah, of course, I do have my ways. I do have my ways, because Panawan is for a show, like you said. But akumbila kuuya, arikuchka wangu. Why are you then wasting my time? You're actually wasting my time. You're also exactly.
But it's an interview.
You know what I mean? But industry in my highs, in my lows.
That's facts.
Some might think maybe Paga Sungwa was the West.
No, that one was not the West.
Contingent was not the West.
No. That's not even me. I stayed with Ola.
That one.
That interview was interesting. I'm not saying it was good.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
It was good. It was good. It was
for
good.
me. I was like, but it was the break.
After the interviews, even the consequences
were good.
Yeah, because
we enjoyed the fair bit.
Okay.
Nah, that one
takadzidza zvakawanda.
Takatova ndaziva kuti ndakatoziva kuti haisi mhosva kubvunza munhu.
Yeah, exactly.
But dai zvina kuitika zvazvega.
Would never.
Munhu aigona chiti ndokuendera kupolisi. Taunongomhangarira kuti inyaya. Saka ndakaratidza kuti it's not a crime to ask you questions.
And
true.
If you answer, it's on you.
It's on you, not on us.
Yes, that's so.
Saka it was a good thing.
By the way, there we celebrate you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
14 years in media is no joke. A lot of people have been in media up and down.
Yeah, very
and
true.
not even surviving a bit of time. But you've been consistent and there you are, 14 years.
Yeah, very true. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
To our supporters, you know, my fans Edu, to our fans, family, and my colleagues here at the podcast. I want to say thank you so much, guys, you know, for all the support. And also thank you so much to the National Excellence Hall of Fame Awards, you know, organizers. I'm really grateful, you know, for winning awards. And I think only this year, 2025, it should be our 8th award, right?
Wow.
This year.
It's going crazy.
8th award. So it means that we are doing really well.
Exceptional.
And we are doing something that people are actually seeing. Oh, these guys are doing, you know, very well. So as a podcast, we are grateful.
We are so grateful. And we love you.
Cool. So in a surprising attempt, moving on, in a surprising attempt to reverse population decline, there's an interesting story from Russia.
Oh, wow.
Russia plans to shut off power and internet after 10 p.m., forcing more offline time for couples. Adding to the push, the government will even fund romantic dates to help create a baby boom. What do you think about these guys?
I love it.
Baby boom.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Hey. Where I love this situation, a scenario whereby the government is even funding the romantic dates.
Baby, let's go on a date. Don't worry, let me call
Government
the government to give us money.
Hey, I love
Romantic
that.
dates grant.
Imagine.
I love that.
Don't know.
Okay, so the reason behind shutting off the internet and power is to then say people to have one time together. Because people are now spending for Because people are spending too much time on their phones.
Yeah.
And less
Yes.
So one right?
Yes.
Okay.
So after 10 p.m.
So yeah. But that would be interesting.
But that's
though.
a good initiative.
Do you think it will pass?
Internet isipo so and tiri too so.
Oh, just put it just like a call.
Totanga chambutukana. Kusvika totozonoti but ione ndinowirirana kaizvo.
But I think it's a very good thing. I think it's a very good initiative.
Yeah.
We should also implement that in Zimbabwe.
No. Already the population.
We don't cut the power, but internet
but
just slow it down.
Because you love your phone.
Plus
our population is already okay.
From 16 to 30 times 2 it will multiply.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be 3 more, right? Yeah, there's gonna be 3 more. There's a company. I think just check the name. No, I think check the name of the company.
Right.
Just
Lingate.
Yes.
Lingate.
Yes, they're saying they're gonna have to build more. Hear me?
Wow.
Harare Huchi, Zimbabwe Huchi. Yeah. Hands vactogadzirisa and
groundbreaking.
I am sure Mutare over Bulawayo. I think 3 akataura.
So we're gonna have matrababla zobo, right?
Baja trabablika.
Interchange. Interchange.
Yeah,
but it's a very good
but
thing.
Also moving on, ex-ZANU-PF councillor hangs herself after affair with hangs himself actually after having an affair with a married woman is exposed. Tinashe Yingi, former ZANU-PF councillor from Mwenezi, Ward 5, was found dead by hanging in a mountainous area near Chitlahla village 2 days after he went missing. His death follows his affair with a married woman from his home village of Duvai under Chief Neshuro. Yingi's decomposing body was discovered on Sunday and he was later arrested on Monday, June 23rd. At his family homestead in Duvai village, the chief confirmed the tragic death, stating that Yingi consumed poisonous substances before hanging himself, reportedly after an undisclosed dispute. Sources closer to the matter revealed that Yingi had been involved in long-term extramarital affairs with a married woman whose husband works in South Africa. The young woman the relationship took a crucial turn after Yingis impregnated the young woman. The pregnant woman, now 5 months along, 5 months said, pressured Yingi to marry, adding strains to as his wife strongly opposed the situation. Firstly, condolences to the Yingi family. It's very sad. Hope you be comforted.
This is a very sad story.
It is.
And also condolences to Kinogara. Despite the condition, the issues around the Kusofa Kwacho, Niji, let's talk about the men, who go abroad and leave their wives behind, vice versa. Maybe even the women go abroad and some. But you know what? I always oppose that idea of leaving your partner behind.
A long distance, I shall.
One way or the other. Madzimai, there comes ovulation management. You need to manage your ovulation.
No.
And also as men, we are always ready. Any gun can shoot at any time.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's 100%. That's true.
100%.
That's true.
If you are a well-functioning man,
born ready.
At any point.
Born ready.
The gun is already cocked.
It's fine.
So the thing is, when you leave your wife behind and your wife has a high sex drive, that's a recipe for disaster.
And I feel like, honestly,
if you know your wife,
long,
she can't live 3 days without. Then you want to leave her for months, my guy.
And I miss
but the situations where we can't
put a padlock rather. Whichever way.
Zvinoshanda zvekulokana zviya.
Don't try that at home. Central locking. Central locking. Rukao.
No, I still necessary. Just no long distance relationship a remedy for disaster.
Yeah, it is.
It's a remedy for disaster. Naturally,
because
you know, you are looking for companionship nemunhu. If everybody does this, and I may say, be open enough to say, okay, gatiende it is. You understand? But yakusiya mungo which got 6 months usipo. Ufona murume wako ari kuti say alright kwa uriko. You uri from mukadzi wako chezvikanza asimba moyo.
I'm worried.
Isusu vamwe tikutoda kurorerwa those reasons. Kurara nemunhu every day.
Look at this issue this guy the councillor. It's very sad.
It is.
To an extent yekuti rudo rwaro anga ato mukadzi wake. Pane panofunga kuti pane pekuti ungazoti uyu mukadzi wemunhu pakuti unokuziva ndichibvodana nenhasi ari kuita kurati ndichi nemurume wake. Poita kuti unoziva kuti murume wake haatoripo pazvamamanye ndini baba zveipapo.
Ngotori kwese.
Ndo zvakaitika pasvika mimba yabata. Pasvika mimba yamu 5 months.
Iwe. But, you know, I didn't think committing suicide was an option, honestly.
No,
I think it's never an option. Honestly, this is I don't
aizongoripa kune mhuri ya baba ovatora mukadzi wake.
Mukadzi angatowake.
Saka tikatodaro ka then we are advocating kuti vanhu ngavango tongodanana nevakadzi vacho zvongondoripa topomukadzi watetavada vanhu vacho tozongondoripa it's okay.
Hakuna chinhu chiri worth kuti ucommit suicide iwewe. Hakuna situations kagadziri baba vangoti ku South Africa vane time.
Kuzuraya hakuna kunaka, yes.
Hakutoite.
But it's neimwe nzira kuzurayira mhosva dzako kuri nani pane kuzourayiwa nevanhu.
Aiwa.
Listen. Kuzurayira mhosva dzako handisi kuti vanhu ngavafe. Ndikuti zviri nani Aisha kuzurayira mhosva dzako iyaya pane kuti uyu murume wemunhukadzi uyu ange ari akakuuraya iwewe. You know? Waisiya ngozi mumusha mavamwe vanhu. Waikonzesa ngozi mumusha mavamwe. Zvipfudze iwe hapana ngozi pamba pavanhu.
Usazviuraya hakuna situations zingabudike.
Ukasazviuraya unourayiwa.
Haumbo.
Mukadzi munhu abatwe.
Numbu 5 months iwe. Akaurayiwa kare.
But
akatozvizivika. Ozozvisati kwane 5 months pregnant. Ukatotsva.
Inini unless murume wacho ndikuzoti aiwa anohlisa. Aini ndinombozama.
Unoziva here yaya kuti
mukadzi wemunhu anotorwa asingatorwe
ndoshumba. Vakadzi vevanhu izvezvi tikada kunasozoku izvezvi wakagara nemunhu wako uchiona podcast ino mukadzi wako kuti ndipo foni yako unogona kufa.
Tofenda.
Ufenda kuti fi.
Yemukadzi.
Mazuva unoona uri kuvhura umbesha mwana.
Okay, inini ndoda kutaura hangu something njepanyaya dzecheating. It's not a good thing or idea kuti nometa murume wako agara nguva yakareba sipo sei kuti upinde munyaya dzekuchita. Usachite mumwe wako kana usingazvikwanisi mutauro kuti baba handichakwanisi. Kana zvatokunetsa. These days kune phone sexting, right? There's sexting.
What do you mean?
Sexting.
So what do you
sexting? Sexting is actually better with your husband. Yeah, do sexting with your husband.
And
it's sorry, no famba say papa sexting.
I'm not going to
asking for a friend.
Okay. You talk to your husband per phone, right? Naked.
So how does the Wi-Fi connect?
Listen. It does. Mentally, then you start doing the thing and you'll be giving instructions. Touch that. Touch your clit. Do that. Okay, do this. Faster. Then the next.
It sounds like a lot of work.
No, it's not a lot of work. Then the next thing, you're done. You're good. You are good.
All right. So when I shanda 1 week, 2 weeks.
Not 1 week. Not 1 week, 2 weeks. It really works if you love your husband. But
you have never experienced it all. So stop saying it really works.
No, but I would like to believe then it doesn't work. Uchifunga munhu wako one, it works.
Olapa advice wisdom ndochipa yangu.
Yes.
Advice yekushare wisdom. Chita susabatwe.
Amanaka. Yeah, unotipedzera dzimba dzinoputsika. Isu takubhana yaya pamashoko enyaya dzerudo pamarriage. She's a bad advisor.
Andisi inini pese pauchapa advice maturity. Inini ndichazongo.
The alternative.
I think editor cut out that part. Yes, yeah. After
Chita susabatwe.
Arikuputsa dzimba dzevanhu.
It's a solution.
No, but guys, honestly.
But chitipo makodze kuti tisabatwe.
no hatiswa manzwa because tochitwa isusu varume hatisi kuda imi sevabebi it's okay no hatisi kuda but guys honestly speaking cheating is bad.
It is.
Kugocha kunoda kwa baba kwa mai kunodzima moto when it comes to cheating. Kuchita kunoda kuri kwa baba kuto kwa mai kwa mai kunorambisa kwa baba kunosimbisa marriage. No, but iwewe ndiudze one marriage yaunouya sofuti baba after mukadzi anyatsochita balkonzi dididi ovanzi marriage yakanyatsoeka yatosimba ipapo
baba namaitino maitino akachita baba tino akaramba nemunhu wavo nanhasi unobhiliva kuti maitino aona uchita
shamai unobvanzi ndai kumba
avari kuti ivari vari vese
nanhasi zvichitofaya
baba tino havatodi kubvunzwa nyeyo
baba tino ane mari
vanayo varibo
guys panenge paine problem but inini hangu
varume vanoregerera as long as your friends don't know varume vanoregerera
pakaita v11 you're right yaya pakaita v11
kana uri mukadzi
akangochita
make kuti nyaya haisvike kana shamwa dzako usatakurawo nyaya inofanira kusa muri tu murume akanokuregerera muri
maizvangu unongosina kuitwa wakaitwa unoenda makwei
ndinotozviramba kaini as long as usina kundibata masako ari pachindiona
chero vakakubata red handed. It's not what you think. It's not like that. Ndimatsi baba ongozosiya prayer.
Inini achibvume emotions. Inini
emotions. But anyways, you know, my issues are on a more serious note. They are very sensitive issues, and we want to just advocate. You know, let's respect madzimai evanhu. And also, madzimai, just respect your marriages. It helps that way. Because kune madzimai akawanda who are not even married, wanotogumbuka when they hear such stories. Kuti baba wawajidana nemukadzi wemunhu and say but pana ninga wani baby wana hana murume. You know, kompenga pana ninga wani hana kurorwa or even ninga akatorambwa nemurume. You know, you can still do the thing. Why kuenda pamukadzi wemunhu and wes kutozono munhu numburisa something like that, you know. So it's really bad when we always do maitiro akadaro. Inini andichite adiuchitwa
wani murume asingachite paZimbabwe.
I'm a virgin.
Yes, Ola.
No. I
think inini mugore rikapera sinaona award ye the best Jonah ulaka
but it's really good, guys. But as we move on, guys, today we are excited to introduce you to the mouth-watering offerings from Garwe restaurant and events. If you are a fan of bonds, we've got you covered. Our meals features a variety of bond dishes that are sure to satisfy your cravings, from pork bones to beef bones, nako bones, and mazondo. That's my favorite. I love mazondo because mazondo, they also, you know, work in, you know, so many ways, especially exactly. Zondo, but no, but it really helps. It works. It's
not even scientific, or it's just something that people say.
When it comes to these issues, don't say scientific.
Yes. You need to be specific. Zondo rekugarwe ndo rinorapa musana. Ndagara ndakupedza izvi ndine proof
ende rine rakabikwa zvine mandoro kwati because rinobikwa pachivanhu nenzira ukaenda ipapo unoda zondo that you know you're rest assured kuti zvinhu zvako zviri correct because our chefs, you know, our chef edu have perfected the art of cooking these tender and flavorful treats, you know. And you're looking if you're looking for something truly unique,
be sure to try our pork trotters. You eat pork trotters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my pork trotters, affectionately known as Mabonzo Ese. Hashtag Mabonzo Ese. Hashtag Mabonzo Ese.
Mabonzo Ese.
Yeah. So at Garwe Restaurant and Events, we are passionate about serving up authentic Zimbabwean flavors with a modern twist. Whether you are in in the mood for hearty bone broth or a plate of slow cooked pork trotters, we've got something for you. For everyone, actually. So why not come to visit us and experience the rich flavors of Zimbabwean cuisine for yourself? Book your table now and get ready to indulge in some of the best hashtag Mabonzo Ese. You've been Totiji Bonzo-fied.
Yeah.
You've been Bonzo-fied by Garwe Restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Guys. Even panzanje lunch, maskati netime kubasa ni office. Garwe by East Lab, then you have nice.
On June 29, 2025, Prophet Walter Magaya of Zimbabwe's Prophetic Healing and Deliverance Ministries, also known as PhD, held what he dubbed a fruit Sunday. I quote Fruit Sunday, where he anointed crates of apples at Prayer Mountain, declaring them prophetic mantles, charged them with divine power for fruitfulness and breakthrough. He encouraged congregants to collect the apples to receive this free blessing during a proclaimed season of harvest. He even quoting John 15 verse 16 to support the ceremony. He also told them that as they receive the fruit, know this, it carries an anointing. It shall touch every need in your life, finances, properties, relationships, ideas, influence. Whatever you ask in his name shall be granted.
Aisha, what is the theological or biblical basis for anointing fruits?
I actually don't know. Ndakakurira mu-Anglican. So kwedu hakuna izvozvo.
Mpiriso amuna?
Atina.
Mpiriso
chingwa mukatolika again.
Chingwa vanodya.
Anointwa.
I think so.
So what's the difference?
So
what's the difference between anointing a fruit and anointing a bread?
Because Jesu akati itai izvi mundirangarire. Zvemaapple hatizozivi. But hanzi apple ndo rakadyiwa naAdam naEve.
Okay.
Vakomana.
Ndarasanya.
But I don't know. But
all right. Let me just give you a reference in the Bible.
Give us.
So the practice of offering the first fruits of harvest to God as a demonstration of faith and gratitude was done. So this act acknowledges that all blessings come from God and serves as a recognition of his provision. So usually, if you check in Galatians 5, verse 22-23, could love, joy, and peace. Okay. So it was characterized it's more like an offering. So mighty marima. And marima. Maita kana bamba, or even you're planning to have one. Maita mpiro kuna mwari. If you check even Kenan Abel, nyaka neza wakona Kenan akaunza machi, mafrusu yakazouza chi, lamp, you understand? So kupira was been part of the idea. But now I don't have vast knowledge now on the anointing of fruits and you having to eat. I know you saying amarinda kupirai because you have to sacrifice. So now having to say you have to eat the other way around. What I know in any biblically is about the Holy Communion, where
okay.
So on this no knowledge andinayo kusvika iyoyo. Anointing fruits.
But I see mega market.
As we say, all right, maybe these prophets are taking it from nyaye anointing oil yaitwa Old Testament, where it's just ordinary oil that is prayed for, but then it's then used on David. Kuti anzi
kuzozwa I feel like kuzozwa is one of the
Prophet Magaya be fruitful
and multiply.
Be fruitful. So fruitful.
Be productive.
I think maybe it's is symbolism. You take the fruit, you pray for it, and then you declare that from this fruit you're going to be fruitful. You understand? More like my parables. Kuti inyainenge si direct, but you know what we are trying to achieve is to gain spiritual.
But numbers angari church msesanda serious. I saw it on social media.
Believe. Unozoti vanhu vanogona kutonzi dinner rinogona kukuvakisa imba.
Yeah, do you know about prophets? If they want to build a church in one day, they can.
Yes, they can.
They say just say $20. Chidina one $20.
Zvidhina zvinoenda.
Wangu. One chintangonzi mustara Jesu.
I'm a Christian and I really respect God. It's one industry I would really get into as a bogus person.
Industry.
You are a bogus.
I'll be bogus there. And I'll be pressed because I know it's a multi-dollar industry.
Yeah.
People are so desperate to be close to God. Some of them are desperate to just know
exactly.
without even having right knowledge of what their religion is all about. So it's one of these industries, influence abantu. Even do you know with religion you can influence even top business people.
Right?
Munhu atone mari dzake anoinfluencwa nemunhu akagara uko asina kana plan because it's the power of religion that it has. Uzonwa munhu anga nemota dzake maGD6 anonobvisa bhutsu kuna nganga iko isina kana plan. So I feel like religion is a very broad term, but at the end of the day munhu anopinda chechi yake ane zvaanobelieve, but chatinongona manje kuti tikafo tiende kwi.
Yeah. As we round off, we've got, I think, one or two things that we need to just give people as an update. Suspected armed robbery, if you even been following issue here, armed robbery, yes, 600,000. Do you remember the robbery? I mean, from a few weeks ago, Aisha?
Yes, where the Indian guy, who was former manager of the Warriors, akapitwa daylight robbery. Kuna Cameroon
Street. Yeah, that's very true. So the police has caught the inside. The insider who made the job happen. The mastermind. The insider. And has appeared in court. His name is Samson Gora, and he is employed as a driver at Merchantman Enterprises by Mr. Rafiq Adam. Gora allegedly provided key information to an armed gang about the movement and storage of cash at his employer's office. He is accused of conspiring with Nyengerai Chikwadze, Oscar Muchenge, and two unidentified foreign nationals. The gang posed as clients and entered the office armed with a pistol. Mr. Adam was struck with a pistol's butt and forced to surrender keys. They safe. The robbers stole 500,000 in cash and other valuables totaling 600,000. Gora was arrested on 27 June after detectives from CID Homicide received a tip of linking him to the crime. Comments?
CID mutora. Kana uchida unoti mapurisa anoshanda paramosha.
CID no boys. CID mawana.
Varume vakatraina.
But ngatimboridzira CID chipopopo. CID yepaZimbabwe boys zangu chero ngata say.
Inini ndinobata matemba zvokutoti
ndosonyati ma-armed robbery cases in Zimbabwe mashoma compared to other countries.
That is true. Aiwa CID noshanda.
Compared even to South Africa.
Yeah.
Vanhu vanoshanda vai.
Makaa hijackers muZimbabwe very unonzo one
of time.
Ukada kunzi mahist CID babaga. It's
a matter of time.
Well-trained police.
CID kumukaita any awards ekupamwa ma-CID munondisa futi pama-trophies inini.
Ipapo.
Best anowana
wakuda kuenda ikoko.
Monitora zve.
Tomba mukadzi.
Kuzorume unoshanda vai.
But remember I was talking about that last time I think I talked about Nyadze Kutima India, they don't keep money in the bank.
We had the discussion.
Remember? Said, okay, these guys are not checking my safe, my office, my
but there's no trust in the banking system, to be precise.
But look, Nika you not very say. What's they say my bank? Right?
No, it's just
I not trust in the banking system, but marriage Nika you know progress.
I just spin.
I think let's not put this on business people. The Banking Association of Zimbabwe should just fix my issues. It's not even about nyaya dzekuti deposits emari. It starts from a very small issue yekuti kuti nditarise bank balance yangu muri kundichaja kuti nditaza.
Plus remember
just a lot of issues to fix by banking
plus
system.
Another thing I always know, we were not like this in Zimbabweans. Go at Beverly Bank, everyone was into banking. Everyone had a card, everyone opened an account. Nowadays, why is it Turukuchka? If you go to South Africa right now, everyone is using FNB. No, mina ndiku transfer money FNB. No one has cash on them. Go to any country, they use cards.
With withdrawal limits.
And do you know what Zimbabweans are now doing? I've heard people saying, Kuti, if you want to keep your money and you actually want it to grow interest, open an international visa account in countries like Botswana and South Africa.
Imagine.
But people are now actually outsourcing
to
banking
go.
services.
Yeah, I saw that some were saying FNB might be coming to Zimbabwe, and some Zimbabwean business people are now using FNB accounts.
I feel like
now,
if we do a thorough survey right now, ask how many Zimbabweans have FNB accounts, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
A lot of Zimbabweans have FNB accounts.
So they're banking with FNB.
Money. With money. The accounts are full of money because they feel safer if their money is with FNB. So I feel like a lot of banking systems in Zimbabwe, it's serious.
Yeah, very
we can
true.
improve
We should
that
go
sector.
back to that time where if I deposit my money, it grows interest instead of you charging me for keeping my money with you.
Makes sense.
That's very true.
That's true. But as an update as well, the government of Zimbabwe has begun early procurement of the life-saving antiretrovirus, that is ARV drugs, for the year 2026 in a proactive effort to ensure undisrupted treatment for thousands of people living with HIV, according to the Herald Zimbabwe. This forward planning initiative is aimed at preventing potential drug shortages and securing consistent access to vital medication. The move highlights the government's continued commitment to public health and the fight against HIV.
aiwa tinoda kutenda titende kuti at least urongwa ihwohwo uramba uchienderera mberi nekuti vazhinji vakapinda mupanic those days when Trump announced that he was withdrawing the funding. So I think this will then give people confidence and zvinobvisa stress muvanhu and also, but we're not saying guys itai
Cough.
yeah, but cough like unlimited. You guys should be very careful. Use protection whenever you want to indulge.
Yeah, that's true.
Dziviriro kuita kuti rate irambe yakadzika zvakanyanya. Yeah, exactly. And now there is also PrEP, right?
Yeah, there is.
There's PrEP.
Yes, there is.
PrEP.
There is.
Have you ever used PrEP? And tell us your experience with PrEP.
Why do I look suspicious?
No,
why do I look suspicious?
You do.
Why do I look suspicious?
You do.
I'm naturally like this. I think you're under my skits.
Don't you love raw?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not married, guys.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not married.
We know.
Once my husband comes,
Let's not talk about husband.
every day.
Yeah. Come back to the question, please.
I don't indulge.
You don't indulge in what?
Oh, ndichadzenda kudenga zvangu. Just so I don't.
Yeah, does not indulge, guys.
But it's okay. But I've had a lot of girls talking about PrEP, saying they are using PrEP. They are taking PrEP as like
Preventive measure.
The last, correct me if I'm wrong, but for you to get PrEP, you need to have a valid reason, something like a hospital report or something.
Something like that.
Unongoenda wotongopiwa
apa ndo pamuchazoprep unongoenda mupharmacy musachi
wotongopiwa.
If you go to a pharmacy, they talk to you, I think $16 or $15.
I told you, Yaya knows everything about it. The price.
Thank you, guys. I've worked for National AIDS Council.
So National AIDS Council.
I've worked for 2 years for National AIDS Council.
So are they selling PrEP?
Well, not really, but I know where it's distributed. I work for National AIDS Council.
The issue is about the price.
Yes, I know everything. Everything to do with.
I know everything.
I know everything. Everything to do with HIV and AIDS, even my disease akawanda.
Yeah.
My friends know that. Ukatonisendera picture rako izvozvo une sinte rakatoda ndokasotokwanisa kuudza kuti no, ask your doctor kuti auna chakateri. I worked for 2 years for National AIDS Council. So we used to do reach out campaigns all around Zimbabwe, and I would educate my peers about
medications.
Oh, so you were a peer educator.
Yes, thank you for 2 years.
Do you know high papillomavirus?
Yes.
Yeah, how do you treat that?
I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to treat, but I can tell you this looks like.
Hyperpilloma. The thing is,
it's just HPV, guys. All right, it's just HPV to be precise.
HPV.
Yes, so I know a lot of from how it looks. No, maybe unechaka. Just ask your doctor unechaka. Panika bundu kanogona. My friends are very comfortable with me. I'm straight up. The joke but they were telling this doesn't look normal.
Exactly.
You listen, you don't judge.
No, that's very great.
I listen, I laugh.
But the issue is about and also early procurement of anti-retro
retroviral medication.
That's true, yeah.
And moving on, Nomcebo Zuma. You know Nomcebo?
Yeah,
Zuma, 22 years.
Very gorgeous young lady. Very beautiful. I don't know if it's allowed to comment, to give a comment, the king's wife.
Yeah.
Comment like this.
I think everybody, you can just say you're beautiful. It's a nice
she's
compliment.
very beautiful. 22-year-old daughter of the former South African president Jacob Zuma, and has reportedly left her polygamous marriage to King Muswati III of Eswatini. According to Swaziland News, she cited months of not seeing the king. Her husband
Yeah, but
and the monarch's 16th wife is the reason for leaving. It's been how many months?
Hanzi ane 3 months asinakonana.
That's 90 days.
90 days rule marriage.
Cause very 16 madzimai. So about 16 madzimai. A month, I think 3 months. But you
have a month foot. Till over 1 year, guys. Panompisa foot.
Sakapaita mamanzi akawanda vanozodzoka.
Even now, sekoracho haritodzoke. Month.
I think
maybe to give the people the background, this high-profile marriage formalized during the 2024 Umhlanga Reed dance was initially described by Eswatini officials as a union for love. However, Nomcebo's sudden departure has triggered a royal delegation's visit to Nkandla to negotiate her return. So King Muswati III, 56 years old, has long faced criticism over his lavish lifestyle and polygamous traditions. This development has reignited debate over the personal and political tensions within royal unions and their broader cultural implications. No official statement have been issued by either the Zuma family or the Eswatini royal household. But maybe, because look at the difference, age difference. She's 22, he's 56. Age difference, it'd be a factor to, this whole thing. Sources are saying she did not see her husband for 3 months. So she left because she lack of, attention.
Yeah.
Ovulation. I would love to call it ovulation management.
I just thought of it now. It's the first word you got in the morning. Ovulation.
But ovulation, you understand ovulation, right?
I understand ovulation.
What happens? What happens during ovulation?
Nothing, Ola.
She's like now.
We just ovulate.
What happens during ovulation?
Aish.
Yes, that is another example for it.
By heat. So you guys will be by heat.
No, we are humans.
Sometimes by heat.
Ola 3 months is not going to is not.
No, but let's talk about the heat.
3 months is not going to fazi. Beat besides going to by heat or not by heat.
Okay.
No, you just need your man. You're like
I wanted to. So
plus, remember, she's 22 years old.
She's young.
She
needs
kunzi hi, good morning. Achipuruzirwa, norarwa kaiswa mukadho.
But I don't know na king. Then I found several visits. So I didn't take it.
Girlfriend kana wife things change.
No,
wife, but still that attention has to buy.
I think maybe the king should just say 2 days here, 2 days here, 2 days here, 2 days. Because what is 16 go? So per month. Twice. When shoot 1 day, but it's okay. 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. It's okay.
Plus King Muswati verengerawo kuti vane 16 vakadzi, but my concubines ariko futi.
Plus also basa. Remember kutani basa futika.
Pressure.
I
was with her every day. You also need your day off. You need a week or off. 56.
So King wants to say, what about Moana?
But I heard that it's healthy for a man to have sex every day.
And it reduces risks of prostate cancer.
Even 2 days in a room, every day it's not wakeable.
Yeah, okay. There's a certain drink.
Red
top.
You know what? I feel so sad. I don't know.
No.
DGP.
But drinks or Power Plus. Buru. Those two. I need to my red top. So, but I didn't like the fact that
their label yekuti no under 18, it's very small. Yekuti even my 12-year-old or my 11-year-old
Can't see.
Right.
You can go and buy that drink over atonwa. Mwana can die, trust me, because what it does to an adult like me. Okay, it's more like a silver bullet.
Viagra.
It works like Viagra. That's a Viagra. In shop, we can get it in shop. Ngoti karonzi buru red top. Wakutono kakanzi Power Plus. But the fact that it's written no under 18, it's small text.
So no vote with energy.
No. Papanika scam kakuitika. Gawa so unyora in bold letters to say no under 18.
Unova white energy papo.
Yeah. Wangu wanangari mawani. Zvokunzi zvinoramba kushanda. Ukatona watadza zvaramba kushanda, wangu wakanhikako hazvitoshandi wakatofamtizwa.
Zveti panoitwa all night here.
Oh, not all night, 2 nights. Oh, 2 days and 2 nights.
Who's very confident though?
2 days and 2
I think you're actually endorsing this product.
I'm not endorsing.
No, it's using.
Let me share my experience. On this one, I will share. Okay. But I was like, this other day, I was like, okay, one day I will talk about this drink.
Okay.
Because what happened, I didn't know kuti kanaita izvozvo. Ndakapinda mushop, vanatenga drink, kakanzi buru. Okay, amene muswachoka. Ndakuti but pashovi vati madrink akasiyana siyana matapera sana mboonwa. Tajara edu kama cream soda yiti drinks ana pakai. Mama nzobozita nonganzi machi. Then I was like, let me just take this one, right? Kind of ginger flavor, sort of like whatever. Datora ka drink kakai. I didn't know that I can will kese. There's no instructions. Yeah. But I got in fact, next one I go kumba ndichikazeza kukano. Handikuti kandaka. Ini ndochika kutry zvinhu panyowani. Mangu amuna strong kuda. Then
Vazongaro.
Vanangati ga. Kari kutoka kuti
Kati ya.
Drink iri aridi kumwa richisipwa mpichana because kachiti zvirisoka rinoshata soka. Bandari ndasika pa half. Rapid pets ndakakanda kachigubu. After 30 minutes, trust me. 30 minutes time.
Vira.
Rakanditira 30 minutes zakanditira kunge I don't know. Ndakanda kunzwa kamsoro. Musoro uchitema. But ndaida kuenda kuchurch that day. Well, look at the mistake yakaitika. Ndaida ndiri pa Jane Bow. Ndaida kuchurch. Ende kuchurch kwatoka ndasingaenda pa church pedu. Ndaenda somewhere far. I was traveling to Rusape. Apa ndito prepare zvinhu masi ndoti ndimudataji ngatotopedza da kuti chisimuka pena kuchurch. Ndabuda pa Jane. Musoro wakunditema. Zvokuti pana musoro wakunditema. But my I just thought it was just a headache. I bought my pen easy. Ndakanwa. It didn't work. Soro unonyarara. Maniriwe. Iwo unoziya tsika yacho yekuti Mwari masikira akatiita kubva kuma3 kusvika kuma6. Matestosterone amene anzi machiyayo anosimuka zvekudaro zvekuti you cannot control it. Ndapa nevamwe varume takarara. Mamba kwaedza. Ndashatiriwa. Zvinhu zvanyangara. I'm telling you guys. I'm like, hey, akuchechika.
Kuchechika kumsangana.
Hakuchaitaka kuti titare nyaya idzi. Ndava mawani. Ndakarara nedumbu flat trying to tsikirira my so that it cannot be seen by other, people around you. Wangu. Ndone azaramba. That okay. It's okay. Tante kwa kuti dziye afa zvataka kusera. Anditi but musoro usota sei?
Uskubera.
Ina ndisata zviziya kuti drink randakata sei? Asasa ringa brain mangu kuti drink. Nditoti musoro unorwadza but amene zviri corresponda papi ne-item. Right? Day 2. Manheru. Apo kapo. Zvakazonye zvakungazotona kuti zvane nharo. Ngwingwi yangu nhina. Yaramba yangu ngwingwa baba ngati kana yangwingwa kudai soka. Inini andaziti ngwingwi ndachasei.
Saka zvakazoda.
Yatoda imwe ngwingwa. Yanga kuda imwe ngwingwa. Bozi yanga yakangwingwa ka. Saka ngwingwa. Iti ngite ngwingwa yacho. Ndikuudza nyaya inenge funny ka.
I know, right?
Ndikati it's okay. But kwekuti ndiwane ngwingwa papa sina so that I can do this because pachechi ndakanonokerwa nekuenda kumba
vakanonokerwe
day 3
vozinova
saka zvanga zvaakuchiitika paday 2 hapa nehalf ndasisakwanisa kukotama because apa pakati pemusana apa pange pakakaka kunyazonzwa kuti pamusana wakaka ndo pandakazanga kunyatsofunga kuti right kapain aka ndakambokanzwa rimwe gore pandakambomwa viagra I want to no, as a man you should experiment at one point I just did once but ini ndoshanda zvangu zvinonyatsosanda nomaoko so ndakatoti ndigatibotry ndakunzi hey viagra zvokuti wafana peer pressure so pain iyo yekuti ndakanzwa kuti musoro nepamusana apa ndakabva ndaziva kuti I think drink area because arinoda ndiri kukanga wanwa then you have to save you have to ncinco
so that
right ukancinalizer you are good so I didn't in pain inobaita sei saka the more you are usingaite the more you are in pain ndati okay so nandiri pachurch unotanga chakumbira kangoti Chelsea can you help me patani kakupenga kana kubata kakakuti unoziya unotanga chati yaya can you just ndakazobaya padeni man
uchingosvika
ndikati inini guys kari kufa kana kamwa kakandikwadza
wakataura nyaya yako
ndokumbira ncinco ndokumbira ncinco
at least he's a gentleman
ndokumbira ncinco because pakwanyu rugara rotaura in advance because ukataura in advance unongozwa chakakala futi zvakatangwa kana zviro zvakadhakwa ncinco yakati ncinco ikakafutika then but you then see the performance unosvika pakubhekana wakamboreswa zvosva pakurwadziwa
izvozvo hazvizonaki
kuti okay handisi kukwanisa kupedza even madam imi
kwaita seiko
pakashata let me ncinalize first then tozotaura nyaya hapana babaka and I want to commend I want to say maybe to advise varume vari mudzimba kuti if you are to take that drink make sure you also buy lubricant. It's an advice. Otherwise, you know, kwadza mukadzi. I'm telling you, unogona kwadza madam because it's not good, man. That thing.
It was a sad story.
It's actually sad. It's sad. But ndakandabva panapa ndona kufenda. And ukangosa kusimba unofenda. Can you imagine yaya a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old ungopinda mushop just like that. Take a drink. And my shopkeepers usatenge drink here. Buzata mari plus rakanyorwa in small letters to say no under 18 mwana akanwa under C anono kufa
wakanzwa kuda kudhuka
then recently my friend
varimwa
akanwa kakanzi power plus kakondofunga akaduduzira akunditi my guy sana wangu panapa chinyi vanoti koichinda rukanzi ndikati wakamwa drink here neredu kanzi nditakamwa ka power plus nezuro ndinefesa kuti toshare that's the thing go and ncinalize and you see you thank me later and he went pakanoncinalize hanzi olai took 2 hours to finish. I'm telling you 2 good hours because yake yamachuwa because akamwa nhasi ka ukasacha nhasi ukaita mangwana inenge yamachuwa
so it
inenge yawira. I don't even know these guys ga kuti muri kupanchirwa chi ndofunga kuti vari kuisa Viagra
unozoti pane mamwe mahebs anotriga vanenge vachimaziya aiwa kuti vanhu vasawane toti vanhu vawane ngavangochinje size
asi ndakazonzwa kuti hanzi kana uda kukanwa aupedzi unenge makakota so wotosiya manje niyetu unongowamwa chifunga kuti umwa wapedza wanguka and you go for days
wangu unonakirwa
ndangoni ndikudze guys I had a very bad experience with that but I think it's also good kuma old ages.
This was a good story.
My old ages I think madhara akuda kuchembera kupera izvo zvakuda kuramba
even vakomana vasina
koita mwana utanzi inongoti kadai zvadai ipapo ichitanga kuramba. I think if you try that you definitely have a good experience.
But is it sustainable zvekuti unozoti you not to build a marriage based on that bottle?
I wouldn't encourage someone to take my supplements every time. In the long run I think they would just damage you. But I think kana kunzako zvato watu utozvizira iwe kuti zvakadhakwa
hauna choice.
Shandisa that because I think it's a very good thing.
Chinatsoziva kuti kune match ground rakagadzirwa.
Kweta mwafana vazoona kuti kuzati nhasi ndanzi naye Aisha Huya. Anongomwira kani kakaka. Then you will see 2 hours ofunga ndo performance yake. Ayo, anenge ano. Anenge ano ngozi mazona nyeto sikana mune mchitiseka hadza hapa ngodaiso afenda kudai afenda. Saka murume wese achade kunza anofukasika kufenda. Wakutotora izvozvo.
Korongoda kufendera muteritori mangu ndaita sezvo.
But the problem manje ndekuti ndakazodzidza kuti pane average time yebonde adauni kuze chokwadi pane average time yebonde kuti mukatanga at least between 10 to 45 minutes zviri kunakidza from 1 hour.
45 minutes hazina kuwandisa.
Aiwa ndikutaura because 5 minutes ka first round it's obvious, but then the other one it's for the men, right? It's for the men now. I really don't. There are my.
Don't 30 minutes to.
Do 30 minutes to 45. She's right. But then kana munhu anwa zvandikutaura izvi even Magaya akati problem ndiye kuti unopfuura pa average time from 45 unopfuura munhu akusweta uchiputa ziya wozorora uchisimudzira andika uchifamba nacho kuona kuti panapa pakuda mate kana usina lubricant what mate achashandi. But the problem kuti bebirira uchindisiya. But the problem there kuti ndikusiye ndisina kupedza ka. Ndikokuwara mwana wamai, ndikokuwara.
Munosangana zvakawanda.
The pain of glucose.
This was very traumatic. Ndatsanga sika but olanga traumatized sorry sha.
Yeah, zonyanyo tipisa zvayo kupira munhu but ndangoti nditaura kuti it's actually something that people are going through and vanhu vari kumwa drink na inini the issue. Ndataura zvese zvima effects but nyaya kuti drink irororo if you're not careful unorepa unokunorepa ndikuto kudza chokwadi ndi bozi unofunga kuti ndingangowani ani ukuthi andipe kana usiri married unokecha straight kutsvaga baby kuti I want to relieve myself and manje vanokecha vayanzi pane ndakanaka video kunzi ndokupa 5 minutes your time exactly iyo ukamukecha angakatasa kuti yata 5 minutes ona wamo hawana kuti come on
it's fine alright
topa mari
alright it's fine
motopa up
vanhu musamika drink ulatara imwe kodi
gavaregedzi
vakomana regerai
kana regerai vako. Alright, so we're just going to a short break and we're going to be coming back. Uchaza nyedu yetu ramba tikontinya mabo tikagara to remind na kuti mabo akakosha tikagara. So we're just going for a short break and having a representative from Nakiso and we'll be back.
Okay, to tell us more about the boreholes, as you know, we're doing Nakiso power drilling.
Oh, yes.
To tell us more, yeah, good vibes. Vazhinji tune challenges atiri kuzofesa after tadrilliwa maboreholes kumba. So isu takati aiwa, right now we've partnered with Nakiso power drilling to pota vachitipa nyaya dzacho chimboitika.
Every week tichipakurirwa nyaya and tichizitaura because sometimes even the comments come after.
Yeah.
Unozona comment yati no yeah pandasirira kunzwa zvakati. So I think it's a very good initiative that every week unongochizvinzwirwa nevanhu vekunakiso
power drilling. Why Nakiso? Because Nakiso vanhu vekuti I think their reputation munyaya yebasa it's something chiri kuti vanhu vese they talk about Nakiso kuti they are good, true. Their service and also the way they do their thing. Vandokupa information zvako uri nomwe yako as information wanayo than to compromise and then mangwana takutukana futhi as well.
That is very true.
Hi Mavis.
Hi, how you doing?
Welcome to the show. Friends of the show.
Good to be back.
Memphis is like a welcome back again.
Yeah, exactly. I love her energy. Like, yeah. I think you should be presented as something.
And you know what? I was actually a presenter in high school.
Serious?
Wow.
Yeah, for Star Kids.
Oh, wow.
That explains a lot.
Yes, sure. Because energy presenting Karimo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've had some issues with Nyadza Udan's bowl running dry all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yes. But then all of a sudden I'm just namvura. Trying to tell my issues and also I think today let's focus on two problems. First one, you're going to dry up, and the second one, you're going to collapse. So, two days,
Okay, firstly, nobody can control geological things that happen underground.
Okay.
So the first thing is, anditi takambotaura kuti pane inonzi site report chichi.
Yeah.
So per site report pane minimum ne maximum recommended. So sometimes mina nongoti mvura ikangobuda vangoti gumirai panapa. But the reason why pachiswa ya maximum, if worst comes to the worst,
you can still have water.
Yes, takadzira sample ine mvura yakaita sei
yakawanda.
So ndozvinozoitika pamaballs ekutozoti ndakadrilla 50 meters panga paine mvura and now apasisina mvura. So it's because my water tables are drop. So my water tables are dropper, you're now forced to deepen again.
Okay.
Yeah. So inyaya yongoti pass up, you can't control my water tables. Saikato dropper wakutofana ita say deepener again.
So when it comes to deepening the borehole, my charges actually not chema my charges are kuti per meter it's like too much.
Yes.
Wawe also deepener the bore. Normally pamno deepener. Let's say parons rather dry up because my water table adzika. Normally not deepener how many meters?
Deepening, the minimum is 20 meters.
20 meters.
But we base again on that site report at Kambokup.
All right.
Kuti graph rako riri kumboratidza chii. Yes.
Okay.
And zvamataura kuti Joshua, it's expensive trying to deepen later.
Yeah.
Because cost here tinombokudependera pekutanga. It's inclusive of the casings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
But now I see Sina because Tatoisa 140 casing.
Already.
So we need, for you to put another casing, you need a smaller casing.
Hey.
Oh, okay. You need a smaller casing, kwana mu bigger casing, and then we have to deepen down.
Yeah. So can I walk chikesa manje? Okay, now I want to case my ball, my deepen. Takuda, let's say 110 millimeters. And the case only at the bottom.
Yeah.
From the top.
Oh. Yeah, that would be very expensive.
Exactly.
That would be very expensive. Oh, saka
that
so
explains a lot.
try papo kuto nani mswano uvangoti deepenai.
Wongo faka one.
No, it makes sense because in my mind I'm thinking, of course, a deepen. So you can't have casing ekuzasu. You don't find out over all the way from the top.
Yeah, it's zika pasi. What about the collapsing?
Yeah, the collapsing one. I would like to say Takamboshi experience a lot tichango tanga.
Industry. Collapse.
And in my days actually United.
Exactly. Yeah.
Saka tengo tamna kat class 6 board tunaita and school double casing board.
Oh yeah.
But akazonga comeback.
Okay.
Ragu collapse.
Yeah, but we tried to maintain the relations. Takazomadzokera just to rectify. Yes.
Okay.
The client wait to say
Afari
because tatakura industry.
Is our fault there.
Yes. So now basically the issue of collapse irungotangira pa issue construction initial.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Saka tikasaisa chinokonzeresa collapse kazhinji inye kuti parudaitwa double casing hatina kuita.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, because double casing that tukutry ku reinforce that loose formation.
True.
So if we do not reinforce inotongo collapse. We've heard a client akambozvita akati no inhandidi kuda kutondivhara tikati you know what aisinye kukuvharai but ine protection akazodzoka now takatamudhirara nyowani takuchaja futi.
Hey. But I hope makamutaka kuti I told you so.
Zvakanakisa. Ndine ma tricks
experience
that's true, yeah.
But I like the fact that you guys and to avoid my collapse my balls, this is what you need to do and what you need to understand. So thank you so much for that. But now Mavis, how can people get in touch with you? I know a lot of guys what I would do my balls, be it my farms, my community balls in my locations, also could Zimbabwe, my individuals and different organizations. Those want to we want to tell my balls edu.
Okay, our email address info@nakisoboreholes.co.zw or my email address nakisosales@gmail.com and my direct number +263 788 608 005. Or they can visit our website as well.
Yeah, maybe just repeat the number.
Yeah, +263 788 608 005. Yeah, and
That's
our
where they can-
website, yes, our website is very key.
Yeah.
Because we post our blogs
okay.
so that people can learn again.
Yes.
So it's www.nakisoballs.co.za.
Alrighty. Oh,
Please
that's nice.
get in touch with Nakiso about drilling.
Please make sure. Hey?
Moiti wa Nakiso pati penyu.
Pano
Yakanaka.
Nakiso.
Yano
Yeah,
Nakiso.
Nakiso, yeah, Nadiso.
Mwana wa mvura ine
I love that word.
mudadiso.
Yes.
Kune gugogare wakati mvura ine mudadiso.
Yeah,
mvura ine Nakiso ya.
Mvura ine mudadiso.
Takagota gogaza ndiziri mudadiso ndo upi. But thank you so much, Mavis, for coming. We'll see you again next week, okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to the trending stories as we give you the juicy stories. Everything juicy, everything interesting. You hear it here on your number one podcast in the land. So, yeah.
Mandeni.
Mwezi wapera.
Mwezi wapera. Tensi kuti zamarelodi.
Ngokwenye bvudzi.
Nongoranda teka.
You can see me.
Unokwenya msoro shwabula manza.
Unozive you can see me.
Unongokusvika pa 10 na 10 p.m. Lendoti varara baba.
Kula utsoka kunjenga rent.
Wobuda na 5 a.m. Yeah.
Vanhu ngatibhadhare marents.
Kana.
Mwedzi wapera. Kuti chi? Handi maidya mari ngemishonga musana muchikangana kuti mwedzi uri kupera. Mwedzi wapera. Chiuya mbhadhare marent.
Rent aisati hapana munhu akambofa nenyaya dzerent.
Apa ndikofunga statement kunonyepa nolenda kuti munai kubasa asatapawa mari rakunonetsa taporora
Mwana wangu arikurwara.
ndi papa hospital bills
panotaurwa nyingano nyambo ndo padzinogara.
bozi month-end.
If you want to see how creative people are,
Yeah.
you want to see how creative a person ngakukwerete kana kuti mari yerent.
Exactly.
Varume vanogadzira nyaya.
Mawani.
Maskits anobuda ipapo ka munazera nawe.
Unosarent.
Vari bhadhara rent.
But rakukurudzira kubhadhara marents and
Girlfriend
also
allowance.
Ne-girlfriend allowance ngaiyenzi.
Ngazvibhadharwe in
ngashaya
time.
ngeyapera mushwana.
Kana.
Girlfriend allowance yabvenipi.
Aiwa munhu wese ngapiwa girlfriend allowance.
Yes.
Kuti zvidini womunhu wese tese even us, right?
Ma-girlfriends.
Aiwa.
Ma-girlfriend ngapiwa
Panika
girlfriend allowance.
kweiwa kudana
Ko boyfriend allowance.
ukudana nemurume munhu bhasopo ukasapiwa
Why?
ukadana nemurume munhu onyimwa girlfriend
Of
allowance
course.
uri kuzviitire
It's real love.
wani uri kutadza
Naivedwe.
uri kutadzira mwari wotadza kupiwa mari
Kuwesta chitadzo.
Ukuweza chiti.
Kuwesta chitadzo.
Uchazonotopwa anyway.
Zvakangofana nekuti ancincinci isinganaki.
It's okay. Bye-bye, guys. We'll see you next time.
Love you so much.
For the first time, it's okay. It's all right, guys. Until next time, we'll be back again next Wednesday. We love you. Don't forget to like and share.
Good night.